What's good, squad? It's the big homie back at you with another video with some more words of wisdom. I had a question asked by one of my young boys, and the whole big homie thing came from the younger fellas that I talked to, and they started calling me big homie, so I took on the moniker. And I guess now I'm coming to that age of being the OG or the big homie. When I go out and I play basketball with the youngins, that's what they call me. So I accepted it. It was weird at first, but I accepted it for what it was. So, you know, now I'm the big homie. So when I say big homie, I'm not just saying that to put myself above my peers, the people of my age. I'm saying that because the young boys call me the big homie. So, and a lot of this information that I give out is not only for people of my age group, but the younger people growing up. Because I didn't have a lot of that coming from the men in my life, but I want to spread that knowledge to whoever is tuning in and listening to these videos. So they asked me a question. They told me they were going through some things. They found out that their girlfriend was cheating on them with another dude, and they were thinking about wanting to go fight the dude. And I told them, absolutely not. Under no circumstances should you ever want to fight another dude for messing with your girl, because at first off, you got to realize she's not really your girl. Like, even though when we come together and we say this is my boyfriend or this is my girlfriend, at the end of the day, these are individual people. Everybody has a right to do whatever it is that they want to do for themselves. So it's never really, you don't own that person. They're not your property. So if they go off and do something, that's within their right to do. Now, every choice that you make comes with consequences. So it could be a good consequence or a negative one. And depending on what risk you want to take within that is how you make your decisions. But if you ever find out that your girl is messing with somebody else, don't get mad. Don't even trip out. Let her go do what she want to do, because that's what she wanted to do anyways. And therefore, if anything, instead of wanting to fight the dude, you should be going and shake his hand. Because at the end of the day, if she was going to do that, it doesn't matter who she was going to do it with, she was going to do it regardless, because that's within her nature to do for that specific person. And if anything, he did you a favor, because now he showed you her character, so now you can move on within your life. Now you're not stuck with this person who was gonna eventually do this to you at some point anyway. So he did you a favor. So if anything, like for me, if I had ever found out and I get a chance to meet said person, I shake their hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm never feeling no type of way, because at the end of the day, I'm already understanding that she's not mine. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, you get together and you say you're my girl, and you know, and all that other stuff, but it's not really yours. You know what I'm saying? That's not your property. You don't own that person or what's between her legs. You know what I'm saying? You don't own that. That's her body. That's her choice to do whatever she wants to do. So never get mad about that. Just accept it for what it is and then move on, because there's a million other women out here who will want to be within your energy. And why would you even trip over this one when there's a whole bunch of other ones who you can deal with and do your thing there? You know what I'm saying? If she moved on, you move on. It's quite simple. So I told him, never, you know, anytime that happens, you find out, don't even trip. Don't make a big deal about it. Just let her go. And then a lot of times, what you end up finding out is they'll double back, because either they felt like they made a mistake after they get done doing whatever they got to do, or karma hits, because karma is real. So when you do something to somebody is going to do that same thing to you down the road. It might not happen right away, but it's going to happen to you eventually. And then when it does happen, they'll think about that person who they were with, who was being solid and loyal to them. You know what I'm saying? So again, never trip over that. Acknowledge it for what it is and let it go. Seriously, let it go. And don't even make a big deal about it. Don't argue with her. Don't get in your feels about it. Just move on, because life is short. You know what I'm saying? Well, depending on how you look at it, it's long and it's short, depending on how you want to look at it. But there's more important things to do in life than to be worried about what somebody else is doing behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Or how that situation unfolded. Because at the end of the day, again, he did you a favor, because 9 times out of 10, if you were with that chick, she was probably a headache anyway. So he ended up taking something off of your plate and freed up your time. So now you got time to do whatever you want to do without having to worry about what she's doing behind your back or doing over there, or who she's talking to and all that other stuff. And it goes vice versa too. Like, if you're a woman and you're dealing with somebody and they end up cheating on you, you can sit up there and be mad and upset about it, and mad at the other female, or you can say, all right, let him go do his thing, and then move on about your life. And somebody else will come along and fit and suit you better. So it's really not a big deal at the end of the day. We just make big deals out of these situations because we have this thing of possession. Because when you're with somebody and you get your emotions tied into it, it feels like they are yours, because that we put titles on people. So when we say it's my girlfriend or my boyfriend or my husband and my wife, which I guess is the marriage thing is different, because legally you are each other's property, legally, once you sign those papers. But if we're just talking about base general like relationship stuff with no marriage, then yeah, nobody is nobody's thing, even though you're claiming to be when you're together. But at the end of the day, y'all are two separate beings, and everybody has their own right to move however they want to move. So it's when somebody shows you their hand, when they show you how they're gonna move, then accept it for what it is. Don't be delusional and stay there and do a whole bunch of crying and whining and all this other stuff. Just move on, because there's a whole bunch of other options in the world besides that one person that you're stuck on. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way you got to look at it. It's like, yeah, okay, it's just your turn. That was your turn to be with that person, but then that turn ended. You know what I'm saying? So now you got open space and opportunity to move through life and be with whoever it is you're going to attract within that next situation, and then enjoy that instead of being stuck on what happened and something you can't control. Because at the end of the day, we can't control what other people are going to do. We can only control our reaction to what they're going to do. So again, like I told him, for me, I'm never tripping off of, if I ever find out, or you know what I'm saying, or even if I'll break up with somebody and you see them with somebody new, I'd never be tripping about that stuff, because I already had my turn with that person, and I understand that that's just how things go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at this other dude and feeling some type of way about him because he's with somebody I was with before. It's like, well, when you're with that person, I'm already done pretty much everything you can do with that person. So what's the big deal? You move on to the next person and create new memories and whatever the case may be. And you never know. I mean, with time and space, you never know. If you really are feeling that person, with time and space, if y'all can get over whatever discrepancies y'all had, y'all might come back together and have a second chance at it. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the situation. But never get caught up on somebody so much so that you're gonna jump out of your control and get physical with another person because they took something that was yours, which really, when it really wasn't yours to begin with. You know what I'm saying? That person is that person, and you are sharing an experience with that person, but they're not your property. So at the end of the day, when you understand that and put it in that context instead of sitting it within your emotions, then when it split does happen, or when things do happen, it doesn't affect you like that, because you understand it's just the way that things go, and everybody has free will. You know what I'm saying? And if you take your time and move on with life, you'll find somebody who will want to stick within your energy and not do those things to you. You know what I'm saying? So it also depends on too, because it might have been something you were doing that you lost attraction, and she lost attraction for you, and therefore, you know, she was picking somebody else. So it's a whole bunch of different things that can go into that. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it happened, and you accept it for what it is and you move on. You know what I'm saying? You don't hold on to that and make it something that it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? But that's just some words of wisdom from me. I'm hoping that y'all having a good day. I'm sending love out your way. I'ma holla.